Hello, Virgo risings and Virgo suns. Thank you for joining me for July 2019 horoscope. Let's have a look, shall we? I'm not going to do it in that accent the entire time. I'm sorry. Okay, so it looks like July is going to be a packed month. Are you surprised? I mean, we've got eclipses, we've got Mercury retrograde, we got things happening. You've been really busy June, throughout June, kind of building your reputation, building your career, dreaming the dream of the destiny that you wish to inhabit. And now we're kind of moving into a different phase. You're in your 11th house mode right now, which means you're kind of working on your network. You're building your friendships and alliances and getting to know your community at large. And this is going to be happening in a big way for you right now because tomorrow, July 2nd, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Cancer. And this is going to be occurring in your 11th house. So, new moons, right? They're always about new narratives, new stories we're kind of cultivating. And because this new moon's a solar eclipse, it's going to be like tenfold. So it's going to be like a supercharged new moon. So that's all going down in your 11th house. So there is a big friendship story coming on your to your doorstep. There's a new group-oriented story coming to you. You're just like really involved with your network of people. It could be social media, it could be friends in real life, or groups that you're associated with in real life. Something is happening in your field of awareness around your friendships and your groups. So pay close attention to that because eclipses also, they're really highly charged energetically. So everyone in general is feeling like quite emotionally kind of enraptured and like intensified right now. And eclipses also just generally bring big life events. They also can bring endings, beginnings. So you could see friendships coming and going, or you could see like a brand new one beginning, or being like, what, that friend is not working out anymore. You got to cancel that friend. Big changes around that. So pay attention to that. The other thing the 11th house is all about is our hopes and dreams and goals. So after this kind of month of cultivating your career, you could notice that you're kind of like, you have some new goals in mind. That can be really helpful too. So this eclipse energy is going to kind of help you out a little bit and get your dreams off the ground. But you're really other oriented right now. You're concerned with other people, your friendships, like I said, your groups, this kind of community, humanity at large. There's just like a very humanitarian essence to you right now. And this is all going to kind of balance out when the full moon arrives for the full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn in your 5th house. Now that comes on July 16th. This will be a pretty good balancing out for you because, opposite the 11th is the 5th. And in that realm, we have kind of our creative self-expression. It's where our ego comes out to play and to develop itself a little more fully. So you're going to like find your kind of creative center around your full moon. And since it's a full moon, you're going to have like that illumination or that kind of culmination effect where you're like, oh man, like I see where my creative efforts are getting me. I see what I want to be doing more of. Also, if you're not feeling super creative artsy, the 5th house can be also the house of erotic love and sexuality. So you could be kind of like having a great fun affair, not like an affair, like just having an affair, having fun. I guess affair is the wrong choice of word, but people use it, I swear they do. So, like just going out and having a good time and kind of whining and dining and romancing. That's all 5th house stuff. It's all about play, enjoying life. So you'll have a really full awareness of like, how do I enjoy life? How do I have creative fun? But it's a full moon lunar eclipse, so it's like, it's highly emotional. It's Capricorn, so you could be like judging your kind of creative efforts and being like, is this up to par? Yes, it's up to par. Don't beat yourself down just because Saturn is there being like, I don't know if you're good enough. You just push Saturn away and be like, I am. So just kind of balance that out. Luckily, these are some good houses for eclipses to happen, I feel like. And it's like friends and playfulness and romance and like sexuality. There could be others. So luckily you're getting this round of eclipses here. So that's good. Yeah, so that's the eclipse story. Look out for big life changes in any of these kind of realms, creatively, sexually, romantically, friendshipily. Just look out for them. So the other thing happening this month is Mercury is going retrograde, right? So Mercury will be retrograde for you. Mercury is in the 12th house right now for you, so you're kind of like mentally hiding away or don't really want to speak up. You may not have like a hard time kind of expressing yourself right now. But when Mercury dips back into Cancer during the retrograde, it's going to be in that 11th house again. And Mercury retrograde is right? Kind of notorious for bringing people out of the woodwork. So for you especially this go around, with the 11th house activated, being about your network of people and friends, it's likely that you're going to hear from some people you haven't heard from. And you'll be like, okay, hello. And from the past, because it's Cancer, right? It's where we've come from. So you can maybe expect some random phone calls or running intos, and we can expect that to go down. But really at the end of the month, we have things kind of take a different tone as the new moon in Leo happens on July 31st for you. And that will be in your 12th house. And that's going to be a little bit more of a quiet time for you. I think Leo time in general for Virgo risings and Virgo suns is kind of like coming in. You got to integrate all this kind of information and excitement and kind of calm down for a second before you can continue on with the momentum, which I'm sure you don't like to hear because you're a Virgo rising and you got to get stuff done. But after all the kind of excitement and growth, you have to kind of have a resting period. So expect some R&R at the end of the month, and to take some time alone and to contemplate and to just take a bath and chill, take it easy, because that's what you're going to need. That's what you're going to be cultivating. July 31st, R&R. So that's kind of the month ahead for the most part. Yes, well, since you are a Virgo rising and Mercury is your ruler, you got to follow what Mercury is doing. So Mercury also, like I said, being in the 12th and dipping back into the 11th, it's like in and out of this realm of like, I'm hiding and then I'm out in public, and I'm hiding, I'm out in public, and like I'm with these friends, I'm running into people, because Mercury, when Mercury goes retrograde, so do you. And it's like, oh, I'm going back. Where am I? Because Mercury rules your kind of personality and your self-expression in a big way as Virgo rising. So tune into that. We'll see how that winds up playing. But, it should be a fun month. Eclipses, generally, you got to just drink a lot of water, rest a lot, take it easy, keep a light schedule, because things come flying in out of the blue. Or big changes can just burst through. Or people can be eclipsed out of your life even. It can be like, whoa, just got to sit back and watch it happen. So that's your month ahead. Get creative, get making love, making art, and connecting with your friends and your networks out there. All right, Virgo rising, have a great month.